Hello there, and welcome to another Starfield video. Today we're taking a look at another paid mod. This is the RO, or R0? RO? I think that's a no. No, that's a zero. Is it zero? Anyway, it's the R0/O 18 Raptor Assault Rifle by Heroic Pi 117. So this is a paid mod that overhauls the, or kind of adds a modded rendition, as the title says, to the older assault rifle. Merges the old design with an advanced new magazine system. This is going to cost you 300 credits, which is around €3, $3, about £2. Although if you don't have any credits, the minimum you're going to have to spend is going to be $5/euro/£4 to get the 500 credits. So straight off the bat, it looks really cool. It kind of reminds me of the, is it the PP19, I think, from, well, just real life. It looks really, really cool. So let's go check it out, shall we? All right, so here we are in Centaurian. Centaurian? I don't think it's Centaurian. Centaurian Arsenal. I'm going to talk to Mrs. Ponytail. Anya. Hello, Anya. I'll wait for her to finish her fucking animation.
Nothing.
And so I basically just, so obviously it gets added to the world loop, but I just wanted to test for myself. So she is selling one here. There we go. Boosted Raptor. Looks very nice. One of the things I'm already kind of just looking at is it might be very dark. Again, but we're gonna go. So now that we have it, we're gonna go and check out the stats and modification and try out. So let's go. All right, so we got the base weapon itself. I kind of modified it just to make sure. I think this is vanilla, so it's modified. Interesting. I'm gonna go really quick, see if I can find an advanced one in a moment. But it fires 7.62, 50 rounds in the mag, 180 fire rate in the current configuration, 47 range, 66.6 accuracy, 1.9 mass. And yeah, I don't have any perks that increase the damage currently. I'm just going to really quickly see if I can get an advanced one just to check. Okay, so I just went to search it. So weirdly, it's a bit tricky. So initially I tried Raptor Help Raptor 4, didn't work. Then I tried RO, didn't work. I just had to go Help 18, and then you see there's the code, the RO Raptor. So we're going to spawn one real quick. Just to see. Player. Item. And now that the console command will be different to this one, depending on where the positioning is. So it's not going to be this. It shouldn't be this, but it might. You never know. I don't know. Right, so okay. Oh, yeah, that's kind of interesting. An EM version. So I'm wondering. I'm gonna just spawn a couple more. Oh, there's a unique variant. Nice. I'm looking for. Check. So we've gotten a few of them. I'm just trying to determine. Okay, there's Hothead. That's kind of cool. So I'm wondering. I'm wondering how it tends to spawn in that version. So I'm just gonna check something. I'll be right back. All right, so I just did some testing, and so the highest version of the weapon is advanced. Now, as you can see here, we've gotten refined, modified, normal, calibrated. See, this is a bit interesting. So normally if I was to excuse me, so normally if at my level, if I was, let's say for instance, I was to spawn in a weapon through console command, so we're going to spawn in, we'll do help. What we'll do regulate. Tell it regulate. Or now spawning this in see, the thing is, when you spawn in a weapon, at least in my testing, it will always give you the highest tier weapon available. So in this case, it should spawn me a spawn in, so it's C. As you can see there, it spawned an advanced one. It's just going to keep giving me advanced ones. So one of the things I've noticed with a couple of people have commented with when it comes to mods and stuff is that they're having a hard time finding the high tier weapons, and I don't know if that's a setting that the mod author hasn't like fixed themselves. Because like I said, I've spawned a couple of them. Let's go back to weapons. I spawned a couple of them, and the highest we seem to have gotten has been calibrated, I think. I think calibrated is the highest. Yeah, calibrated is the highest. Which it may be. I meant cap out at calibrated. But even if it did cap out at calibrated, it's giving me random weapons. So clearly the mod author hasn't set that setting. So that aside, we're going to go check it. So obviously we have a rare version, or an epic variant that comes with Furious and Incendiary. Pretty interesting. Looks really cool. So we're gonna go and check out the actual. Where is the one I had? I have the one I had. This one? No. No. This is the one I had. Okay, cool. We're gonna take a look at it. Ooh, very snappy ADS. Okay, so sounds interesting. Is that a unique reload animation? Is there a gun in the game that reloads like that? I don't know if there's a gun in the game that reloads like that, but if so, that's really cool. Now we're gonna check the modifications on it, the weapons, and then we're gonna go test it. All right, so attachments, we've got long barrel, short barrel, and stabilizing barrel. Long barrel increases your accuracy, recoil, and range, the cost of ADS. Short barrel is the opposite. Stabilizing, specialized mag-assisted barrel, increase accuracy at the cost of ADS. Down slight speed while standing still. We're gonna go with the long barrel. The laser, we've got laser sight or none. We're gonna go with the laser sight. You can see on the right what the requirements are. We've got a Grigicon reflex sight. Just see what that looks like real quick. Is that that like wording sounds familiar to me. Okay, so one thing I will note that might one thing that might slightly bug players is, and again, I'm not a gun nut, but ignore the guns on the ground. I'm pretty sure that the red dot sight is supposed, or the laser sight is supposed to line up with the red dot. Now, if you were to aim at something far away, you can kind of get that illusion that it's going to. But if you're like looking at something, maybe. It's not that bad, but yeah, I don't know if it'd be possible for the mod author to make it line up. That's the Grigicon. Let's check the next sight. There's a couple of cool sights with this gun. The next one we have is the NF Squirt Scope. NF, does that stand for night? Night? No, that wouldn't stand for night. Ooh. Ooh, I have to say the texture on the scope looks awesome. Very cool. See, here's the thing. The only thing I will say, and I've said this before, and I kind of got a little bit lambasted in the comments. It's very dark. Now, I know some people might not mind it, but it's just it's like I'm holding like in like shadows. Like, let's just say Batman would love this gun. Now, that's not necessarily a negative. This is just a kind of a pet peeve of mine. Let's see what other optics. We also have a RH2 reflex sight. See, it seems like the laser sight in-game will only reach out to a certain point, which kind of makes sense. We could just, like, move that line forward like an inch. Again, that's it. I'm being really pedantic about that. That's not an issue. What the fuck is this? Vim point reflex? My god. Oh! Oh, that's cool. I actually like that sight. It's just very long. Looks kind of funny. Then we got, oh, what is that? We got a WDS reflex sight, which looks like your standard. This is meant to be a Russian gun, but it does have a Picatinny rail, which means theoretically you could mount. I'm going off the DayZ standards. You could mount NATO optics on it. I know. Sue me. I'm using video game terminology. I'm going to use this one. I actually really like this one. In muzzle, we've got a BPS-1 suppressor. We've got a gyro muzzle brake. Got a Raptor muzzle brake. A Roy Claymore muzzle brake. A Sarcom muzzle brake. Standard muzzle brake. Fire muzzle brake. Okay, so we're going to need... So, interestingly, there's no compensators, considering that the weapon, one of the weapon's base functions is fully automatic. So there's no compensators. It's kind of interesting. We'll go with this one. So why does that one do more damage? What? There we go with that one. And grips, we got light defense, no stock, polymer. Or Zltor. What does it do? I really like the no stock, but like it does. The thing is with the no stock is it doesn't look very compact even with the no stock. It's still quite a long boy. We'll go this one. There's some writing on it. What does that say? 4B. Okay. The magazine, we have EM bullets, ignition magazine, large magazine, standard magazine. Tactical magazine. Bullets do damage and burn enemies. So we're going to go with that one. Ignition mag. And then internal, we have an amplifier. What? Okay. Hair trigger. High powered. I'm going to go with amplifier. Overclocked. Seems like the mod author has, kind of added every single internal component. We got burst fire, semi-auto. We'll check this semi-auto real quick. Okay, so it's a different sound, which... Okay, interesting. Now, one thing I'm just wondering, let me just check the stats. A lot of the time when people make weapons, like a swap between fully auto and semi-auto, yeah, it doesn't, the damage doesn't change, which kind of problematic just going off of the damage. Like, I mean, you're losing with the full auto, you're going from 180 fire rate to 40, which is a bit problematic. We do burst fire. Let's go. So, I'm not a gun nut, but I don't think guns would a gun sound different if it was firing fully automatic versus like burst? Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Anyway, so we're gonna go test this out real quick in our usual spot, and we'll be right back. Alright, time to collect our weekly rounds from the Ecliptics. As always, I'm testing this on extreme, just to get a baseline of like how good the weapon is. If it performs really... All right, Gary, we need to make some sort of anti-ship cannon so we can just prevent that from happening. Anyway, just if it performs really well on extreme, it might be slightly overpowered, whereas it performs kind of... Okay, I forgot that it was burst fire. So straight off the bat, it's not looking very balanced. I'll say it's satisfying to shoot. Yeah, so just straight away, against high-level enemies, even if you hit your headshots, it's not going to perform very well on extreme. Now, I know a few people have said in the past, you can download, like, mods. I'm pretty sure you can download one of the mods that enhance the, basically enhance the weapons, like weapons kind of ability. The only thing is, I wonder how much, if the advanced version does exist. Oh my god, yeah, okay. We're gonna check it again. But I just wonder, like, if the advanced version did exist, like how much more damage it would do. Like, it's definitely a very cool weapon, but as you can see, let me. So yeah, okay, like, it's a very cool weapon, but certain things, like, again, I'm not a modder, I'm just kind of voicing my opinion. The fact that it kind of has all the attachments when it comes to the when it comes to the like, you know, like all of the like the you know, the hair trigger, you know, all them ones, the very last attachment, I should say, or before the fire rate ones. And the fact that it doesn't have an advanced version makes me think that maybe the mod author might not be very experienced in the actual, like, kind of stats themselves of the weapon. Because I think if we were, let's change the difficulty real quick. We'll change to normal and see how it performs. Now, obviously, not everyone's going to be playing on extreme. Like, that's a kind of a given. But, you know, you never know. You might be. You might want to play an extreme. And I'm one of those people where I feel like all weapons should be somewhat viable on extreme. Now, if you had perks, it probably would be more viable, but even then, your perks only bump up your damage by around 60%, which is a lot, but it's not a whole lot. Even on normal, it's still very subpar. Like, don't get me wrong, it's an awesome weapon, but just, I feel like it needs to be balanced a little bit better. That's just my opinion. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Obviously, we could keep going and shooting people, but I think the gist is very clear. Against lower level enemies, it's a little wreck, but against higher level enemies. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Are you a fan? I will say I'm a fan of this weapon. Really, really like the PP19. I think it is the PP19. I think that's what it is. Yeah, as always, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.